watching your own highlights, what do you think of your performance tonight?
That was awesome. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't remember a thing.
Okay.
I do remember getting rocked, I think. I don't know if it was the first or second round. He smoked me with, I don't remember, with some elbows or something.
First round, I think.
First round. But I weathered the storm. I've been blessed to have a hard noggin. Thank you, Pops, for that. But I felt great out there today. You know, to have somebody like Kevin Holland to come out here and, you know, put on a good show tonight, it was awesome. Right here in Orlando, close to home.
Well, awesome. And you were saying how fun it was going to be to navigate that reach and everything.
Yes.
So what did you make of the fun?
Oh, my. It was difficult.
Yeah.
When I was out there, I mean, he smoked with a few right hands. It didn't feel good. It wasn't fun then. But going out there and trying to figure him out, that's what I love about the game, is to go out there. I do a lot of studying, but still, when you're out there, your opponent can do some changes, and I got to try to figure that out and navigate it.
What did you think when second round, you guys kind of found yourselves on the ground? He's on top of you. Did you think he was going to stay there and ride out the round? When he stands up and he offers you to stand up, was that a blessing for you?
Yeah, well, he told me right at the – we had some conversations out there. I don't know if you know.
This was agreed upon.
But in the first round, he's like, I'm not going to take you down. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet, man. But then later on in the rounds, he ended up taking me down. But I felt fine there in that situation. Been working really hard on my grappling, my wrestling. Had some good guys, Coach Davini and, you know, Chris Weidman coming in for my camp. So I felt comfortable there, got right back up to my feet, and finish the fight.
You know, I want to dive into your game plan a little bit. I myself, looking at this fight, said Stephen Wonderboy Thompson needs to occupy the right hand of Kevin Holland. Was that part of your game plan, to throw the lead left kick to force him to keep that right hand up?
100%. 100%. That's why I kept the right side forward pretty much the entire time, because that back left leg goes right to that right elbow every time. And I was just trying to break his arms, to be honest with you. If I knew if I could hit him in that arm and tire it out, maybe numb it a few, he'll have a hard time throwing that right hand.
You know, Stephen, you told us on the pre-show that you're still gunning for that title after a performance like this tonight. A lot of people are going to believe you. What do you want next? Who do you want next? Because there was also the idea that you could just be the guy in the fun fights now if you wanted to. Because putting you with any other striker, it's magic.
We're not mad at that. Yeah, after
Yeah,
that one.
100%, man. I mean, you know what? The goal is always at the top of the list, but why not have some fun fights on the way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a great fight tonight. Thank you, Kevin Holland, for coming out there and putting on a good show with me. But yeah, man, you'll see me back in there very soon. Get back to the drawing board. Still got some things I got to work on, but you'll see a better, stronger Stephen Wonderboy Thompson next time.
What about Conor McGregor, man? Conor McGregor's talking about coming back. He's probably going to want to fight a striker. I can't think of anybody above you that's not a striker. They all seem to be grapplers. What if Conor McGregor wanted to fight you? Is that a fight you take that's not for the belt?
100%.
Ask Tim. Tim's right over there somewhere. Ask Tim about it.
100%. Oh, I would love that fight.
That'd be a great one.
Oh, I think it would be an awesome fight.
You guys agree to stand the entire time?
Yeah, we'll shake it out there right there in the middle of the octagon. So that would be a fun fight for sure, man. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
You know, I got to ask you, Stephen, you know, everybody knows, you know, you're the Karate Kid. How important is it to you to truly to embody your martial arts, to put it on display? Like, what does that mean to you to kind of put the weight of it was once Lyoto Machida that was the karate guy in the UFC. What does it mean to you to be that guy now that carries the weight of the karate world on your shoulders in the UFC?
I think it's amazing, man. I mean, Lyoto Machida, like you said, he was my inspiration. Him, George St. Pierre, but they were my inspiration to actually come into the sport, watching these guys and now I'm there. And to have that karate style, that family on my back is just awesome, man. I mean, I get DMs and messages every day with karate because a lot of people think karate doesn't work. And for the longest in MMA, people thought that. But I think it makes me happy for sure.
I got to ask, it's got to make you really happy, obviously, knowing that you have your dad along for the ride all the time, right? I mean, you know, people have close relationships with their coaches. You have a very close relationship. How has that kind of evolved over the years? How has that helped you all these years?
Man, let me tell you, to have my dad in my corner every step of the way has meant the world to me. Not a whole lot of people have that chance to spend that kind of time with their dad. Mm-hmm. And I think it's special. And I love you, Pops.
It's right off camera.
I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for him. So keeping me on. I told him when I was 12 years old, he took me to my first UFC. It was UFC 3. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I told him I was going to do this one day, and he did not let me stray from that goal one bit, and I thank him every day for it.
It's amazing stuff, man. Anything else about this fight, man, that took you by surprise? We were getting done when this fight finished, and we were thinking, fights of the year. This one's got to be in that category, man.
It's got to. I tell everybody that. You give me a striker, we're going to get fight of the night. Kevin, what surprised me the most is how tough that dude is. I had smoked him with some good shots, and he did not go down. And he'd smile at me and just talk. We'd have some weird conversations out there.
Did you talk back during the fight?
I did. I said sorry pretty much the entire time.
You're not supposed to say sorry.
Nice.
My bad. I'm sorry.
The only thing I wanted to ask is, there was a little bit of confusion in round 4. Did you think that they waved off the fight because you landed the liver shot? You hit him with the body kick? Were you a little confused when Murgliata, because it looked like he waved it off? I had to tell the fans over here.
People were exiting the building.
Like, get back in your seats. Yeah. The fight's not over. Dude, were you a little confused by what transpired in that moment?
In that moment, no. I mean, I saw him out of the corner of my eye. Likely he was getting ready to jump in there, but my goal was to finish the fight until he pulled me off. So that's something that I kind of told myself coming into the MMA. I'm not going to stop until the ref pulls me off. And but I knew at that last little bit it was going to be over. So when I went back to my corner, I saw them wave it off. I was like, I knew it was coming.
And I do wonder if you came out, you seem so much more aggressive than in past ones, and maybe it's just because there wasn't somebody grappling you. And I don't know how to phrase this question, but does it feel different to kind of shake off the stink of those fights in such an astounding way tonight?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, the best Stephen Wonderboy Thompson comes out whenever you give me a striker. Yeah. So this is why I was so happy to have this fight. And my last two guys, obviously, Gilbert Burns, Bilal Muhammad, those guys are, some of the best. But you bring out the best Stephen Wonderboy Thompson when you give me a striker, and the fans love it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.